Yo, what's up with it? This your boy Noonie. This Leo in the third house. Back with another reading. This gonna be another random read for another random sign. All right, we won't know until we get done, but we down on 2 signs, so it could only be 2 signs. We're gonna figure out who it is exactly. I ain't gonna do too much talking, but thanks to all those people who like, share, subscribe, comment. You know, we acting up in them comments. What else? Thanks to all those people who booked those readings, that's for sure. People that be tipping. I'm about to get a P.O. box so that way you guys can start sending the wish list stuff to me, because somebody hit me was like, hey man, I can't mail it to you, you don't have an address. And that's true. That is true. Oh wow. I didn't do that. All right, so what we got is the time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. Okay, so things are dispersing. All right, I'm getting like things are like maybe evening themselves out. Something is evening out. So maybe you're taking time out to even out what the situation is. You're taking time out to regroup is what I'm getting. Taking time out to regroup and maybe let the whole situation like dissipate. Just move away from you is the energy I'm getting. But you're taking time out to just kind of like internalize the situation and maybe process it differently. You've been doing too much, pressing too hard, expecting too much. So breathe out, relax. Yep. Okay, so there's a peaceful resolution, or you walked away from a situation that caused you conflict, mental anguish, and now you're working on healing or giving to yourself. You're trying to balance yourself out after this disagreement. It was like a peaceful resolution possibly, or maybe not a peaceful resolution, but it was like a fair give and take. Both parties weren't upset, but when you walked away, you might have been wondering, did I win this? Did I really come off better than I thought I did? Or is this really a loss? Is this really a dub? That might be really what you're asking here. But you're needing to get to the facts of the situation. All right, you're needing to communicate your true thought process. It has to do with a family, possibly with the air sign. Doesn't have to be, but you have a Gemini here as well. You have Sagittarius here as well. You have Libra here as well. You have Scorpio here as well. All right, so these could be people that's in your play, or this could be you, Scorpio, or it could be you, Libra. Well, I just did Libra, so you could be you, Scorpio, if you're a Scorp, or you're dealing with a Scorpio, one of the two. But there's the energy of you not letting a situation come to an end that's hurt you. It's hurt you dramatically, it's hurt you very bad, and you haven't let go of it. So you're needing to take the time out to process what's going on with this situation. All right? And it's giving you an indicator I'm getting of like maybe cutting off a family member. That's the vibe I'm getting of possibly cutting off a family member, and you're needing to be bold and make the first move. So you're needing to be bold and actually initiate what you've been feeling in your emotions is what I'm getting. So in the near future, you're gonna be trying to like express yourself, but it's not gonna quite go the way that you expected. You might be trying to express the ending that you would like, but you're not gonna do a great job of expressing how you truly feel. And this cycle may not end the way that you would like it to end. What I'm getting is it's gonna be more anger or more hurt than it will be to get what you really want. But it's okay, because this is like your advice. It's telling you that what you need to do is get to the root of the cause and get to the truth and the facts of the whole situation. Like understand what the truth and the facts of the situation are. All right, like clear out any misunderstandings that you guys might have, because it's like a lack of communication or a lack of clear communication. People aren't being direct. And that's the energy you have where you're not being direct and you're not expressing your emotions, you know, as an adult. You're expressing them in a lighthearted way, in a childish way. All right? It's like you're not really getting to the point of the matter, and you're needing to be more decisive, either black or white. You're needing to pick a side in this matter, in this moment, okay? So, oh, my water. Ooh, drying me out. So this conflict that you're having, or that you had, you're more so feeling like you got the shitty end of the stick. I'm getting this energy of you feeling like you didn't get what you want and it closed you off. All right, it has you wanting to like guard yourself or protect yourself. You might be holding on to your money. It might have it be a situation with money. Somebody might owe you money, because I get the energy of you waiting for money or waiting for something that somebody owes you, so you're holding on to your coins. You might be having money issues at this moment as well. All right, but I'm getting that it's something having to do with a family member, and that you're needing to actually balance out your own emotions and be vulnerable. There's a level of you being afraid to be vulnerable. You come into the situation afraid to be vulnerable, and there's a disharmony. Like you're not at harmony with yourself. And so you're working on trying to balance out your emotions or balance out your like psychological factors, balance out your physical and your spiritual factors. You're trying to get all of that wound up while in this conflict with whoever this is. You know what I mean? This could be a possible person you see as a soulmate or someone who reflects who you are on the inside. It's like they can see you is the energy I'm getting. It's like they can see you. And you might have felt like this was a divine connection or a holy connection, or that this was meant to be somehow. There's an energy of it because you feel like this is your happily ever after, but it seems like there's vagueness to it or confusion to it. Like things aren't black and white. Nothing is I'm getting ambiguity, and you're needing to make a decision to actually push forward by demanding that you have clarity in the situation and speaking your truth. But what you're doing at this time is not speaking your truth. You're going to be communicating your feelings, but not in the best manner. You know, you're going to be communicating them in a way that's not really expressing how deep you truly feel or how emotionally involved this situation has you feeling. And so this situation won't come to an end. Instead, it's going to repeat the same hurtful cycle. You're not allowing this situation to end because of the way that you're going to communicate it. It's not going to be clear. And so they're not going to get the vibe that you're saying no, or I don't want to do this, or that you're asking for whatever it is you're asking for. They're not going to get the vibe that this is what you're asking for, and it's going to close you off. You're going to feel like there's an imbalance or an injustice, or you're going to want a divorce. You're going to want a separation of some sort because you're feeling like the effort that you put in isn't going to pan out, or it's not going to produce the efforts of what you're looking for. All right, so your likely outcome. Adjustments are required. So that's it. It's like you don't see the potential in this moment anymore. And you're going to recognize that when you take this time out to breathe and process exactly everything that's going on. Pay attention to all the energies and all the situation and how it's all interconnected and how it's all intermingled, and see that this is where you want to be. And then you're needing to actually be brave and communicate your true feelings. But maybe you're not that great at expressing your emotions. That's the energy I get. You're not that great. Somebody outside the window, that's your confirmation. You're not that great at expressing your emotions, okay? That's cool, but you're needing to be bold and still make a chance, make a try, make an attempt, give it your best. Don't just sit out and hope that this situation will fix itself, because there was a conflict and you were wondering if you got the shitty end of the stick, and you might have just did that because deep down you're feeling like, hey, this is my family, or that we should be together, and you know, and maybe you don't want to be rude or want to be mean or hostile, you know, but it's just a level of you not wanting to be vulnerable and allow people to see you maybe be weak, or it's an energy of you not wanting to see people, you don't want people to see you be weak. So you put up a fight, or it's like a fight, but it's not a serious fight. It's like an intent. It's an intent to squash the beef that you guys have. That's what I'm getting. And so you're going to maybe either come in with an apology, or you're going to come in and try to express your emotions, but it's not going to be deep enough or in an adult way for them to recognize that this situation can't happen anymore. Instead, it's going to repeat itself again. But you're needing to be bold anyway and just say it. It's like laying the groundwork for what you're going to be working at, right? And adjustments are going to be required in this whole situation, because the direction that is headed in is not going to produce the results that you're hoping for. All right, it's like you're getting impatient. You're tired of waiting. It's not producing it's not giving what it was supposed to give. I like to say that. All right. So your advice: intimacy. You might be thinking this is too good to be true, and what it's telling you is that life can only get better. Allow yourself to experience more joy and love. Raise your resonance by swimming in the sweetness of life. I'm guessing by being bold and making the first move that life is going to get better for you, because this is intimacy, and intimacy has to do with allowing others to see you and being vulnerable, like speaking from your heart space. All right, that's what intimacy is, speaking from your heart space. So you're going to be learning how to open out and openly express your emotions. All right, like getting in touch with them and actually so what you're working at, period, is temperance. It's like actually working on your emotions. If you're not doing that, what you're focusing on is a Sagittarius or a Libra or a Scorpio, all right, or a Gemini. It's 4 of these signs. You could be dealing with 4 of these signs. You got to be a Leo. I said that last time, but you got to be a Leo. There's too many people here for it not to be a Leo. But Scorpio does this too sometimes, but it's got to be a Leo. But it's only 2 signs left, so we're going to see. But anyway, You're basically feeling like this is an injustice or it's an unfairness, or like somebody has missed their karma, like somebody didn't learn from karma. And that might be what you got going on. You might not learn your lessons in the past, and you might be feeling disappointed. Like this isn't producing or giving what it was supposed to give. So requirements are going to be needed to be made. Requirements are going to be need to be made. All right, changes, adjustments. You're going to need to fix some things. Get rid of things that aren't working. You're going to need to be truthful. There's going to be no standing on the line. All right, there can't be no gray areas. There can be no confusion about where the guidelines are or where the boundaries are. And you're needing to be bold and express these emotions. Otherwise, you're going to keep repeating this cycle that has to do with intimacy and you not allowing people to see you and be vulnerable. That way you can't share your emotions, and you really can't get deep into relationships if you're not sharing your true feelings. All right. So if you're not dealing with a Gemini, Sagittarius, Scorpio, or Libra, these are just placements that are in your chart. All right. So let's give you some more advice. Conflict. Feelings which you have suppressed for a very long time are yearning to be acknowledged and expressed. And this is what you're learning, to express these emotions that you've been holding or have been dormant in you for a while. They're emotions that you haven't allowed transform. So it says, feelings which you have suppressed for a very long time are yearning to be acknowledged and expressed. You are torn between what you think is the right thing to do and what your heart wants. This is the primary cause of stress in your life. We, your angels, urge you to follow your heart. Do what you would love, not what you think you should do. And that's part of intimacy, all right? Being true to yourself and being vulnerable to others to allow others to see your true colors. You know, whether it's what they want, whether it's what they would expect or want for them, for their happiness, but it's not important. What's really important is that you be authentic to you, all right? That way you can meet up with more people who are authentic, and the situations that you're in will be more lovingly and filled with more depth, more emotional depth. You guys can connect on a deeper soul level, on a deeper emotional and mental level, and those are always the healthiest and best built relationships. They take time to build, but you only get back what you put in, all right? As far as intimacy, you only get back the effort or the work that you put in. So let's see who this reading is for. Let's see, between Scorpio or Leo, but I'm saying this one's a Leo. Leo, yeah. So, Leo, this was your reading. Great reading. Thanks for watching. This is your boy Noonie, and this is Leo in the third house.